Hey geographers! Let's learn about coral reefs today.
I see the comments and requests and I will act on them. Please remember to follow Geography World channel on Instagram and Facebook using the link shown on the screen. Please remember to like, share with your friends and subscribe. For person wishing to contact me privately, you may email me at geographyworld100@gmail.com. The link will be posted below.
Hi guys, let's talk about coral reefs today. Now, what are corals? Corals are tiny individual marine animals, organisms that we call polyps. Now, each polyp they grow to form a cup-shaped limestone skeleton using calcium that is extracted from seawater. So as they grow, the polyps subdivide and form complex coral colonies. Each colony consists of millions of polyps fused together by its skeleton. Now, you might be asking, what are coral reefs? Now, a coral reef is a community of marine animals in an ecologically balanced environment. So, a coral reef is a hard, rocky ridge built up from the seabed by millions of tiny living coral organisms, or the remains of the shell or the calcareous materials produced by corals and other marine organisms build up over time to form coral limestone. Now, corals they are beautiful, but in order for that beauty to strive, there are certain conditions that are necessary, and a few of those conditions include: firstly, ocean temperatures between 20 to 27 degrees Celsius, so found in the tropics, and the subtropic water between 30 degrees and 30 degrees north and south of the equator. So the temperature of the ocean water must be between 20 to 27 degrees Celsius. If it's too cold, it retards the corals, and if it's too warm, it bleaches the corals. Next, it needs clear oxygenated water free from mud and pollutant. It needs extremely clear water that is well oxygenated, and there should be no mud or pollutants to basically harm the corals. There must be an abundance of sunlight for photosynthesis to take place, hence the reason we need clear water so the sunlight is able to penetrate through the water to reach corals. Now, a level of salinity. It needs shallow water not more than 45 meters deep. So the depth of the water should not be more than 45 meters, or this will basically prevent the sun rays from basically reaching the corals. Now, there are three major types of coral reefs that we're going to look at. So the first is the fringing reef. The fringing reef is a linear coral platform which lies close to the shore. So this is the fringing reef right here, and it is separated by a shallow lagoon. So this shallow lagoon is right along here, and this is the fringing reef, and this is the headland. Now, there are fringing reefs off the coast of most of the Caribbean islands, including the north coast of Jamaica and the east coast of Antigua. Now, the fringing reef is a linear coral platform which lies close to the shore, and it is separated from the land by a very shallow lagoon. The second type we're going to look at is the barrier reef. Now, the barrier reef is a linear reef which lies many kilometers off the shore and is separated from the land by a wide lagoon. So, the lagoon is wide, so the reef is all the way out here. This is the shallow lagoon, the wide lagoon, and the land is separate. So we have a few barrier reefs around the world, with the second largest barrier reef found in Belize. We also have barrier reefs that are found in Bahamas as well. Let's talk about the atoll. So the atoll is a heart-shaped ring of coral reefs which may be formed by the growth of a fringing reef upward to cover an island which has subsided or as a result of rises in the sea level. There are many such atolls in the southern Pacific Ocean, but they are not abundant in the Caribbean. So here, it is presumed that there was once an island here that basically went under the water. It has subducted under the subdives under the water. So here is the lagoon, and the reef is basically around it. So the atoll is a heart-shaped ring of coral reef which may be formed by the growth of a fringing reef upwards to cover an island which has subsided as a result of a rise in the sea level. Let's talk about some of the importance of coral reefs. One, it's known as the rainforest of the sea. Coral reefs are deemed the rainforest of the sea because it is home to many species of fish. And we know that fishing is a very important economic activity for us in the Caribbean. And the coral reef basically support natural ecosystem which allow a wide range of marine creatures to breathe and grow. So coral reef, they support more than 25% of Earth's marine fishing species. It acts as a buffer zone, so the reef, they provide coastal protection from like storms and tsunamis. So the shallow water above the reef forces the waves to break before reaching the coast, and thus it basically reduces coastal erosion. The reef is also a tourist attraction where a larger number of tourists come to the reefs to snorkel and scuba dive to see the beauty of the coral reefs, as well as to enjoy the beaches that are produced by the erosion of the reefs. They sometimes use the corals to make like jewelries and ornaments. You know, coral mining is something that is significant as well, where the limestone rock is therefore mined for the building industry. So too is the sand produced by the breaking up of the reef. The reefs are also used for medicinal purposes, where some algae and sponges found on the reef can be used in the pharmaceutical industry. The corals are also important for like bone grafting, and the chemicals released by polyps for self-protection can be used to treat certain viruses. Now let's talk about some of the destruction, some of the causes of destruction on our reef. Let's talk about the natural ones. The first one is hurricane and tropical storms. So these systems, they help to destroy coral reefs by their sheer power of tropical storms that basically occur in the Caribbean during the summer months. So during this hurricane season, these storms, they damage the reefs. The heavy rain washes a lot of sediments into the sea. Start here, so now. So with the increase in the starfish population in coral reef, this is due to the fact that nutrients from the agricultural industry has been washed into the sea. We also have sea urchins. Although they help to prevent excessive growth of algae choking the reef, they may damage the reef with their excessive burrowing. So this is also a challenge. Let's look at some of the human destruction or causes. Overfishing and damaging fishing methods. So some fishermen, they overfish in the reefs, and this significantly decreases the amount of fish that basically use the reefs, that are called the reef their home. And then with that, they practice dangerous fishing techniques such as dynamite fishing, which is very much illegal and damages the reef. Sedimentation refers to the settling of sediments along the seabed, such as from soil erosion, construction or building, and roads, and pesticides and fertilizers from farming. So with this, the amount of sediment covered coral will basically deprive them of light that they need to survive. And then pollution, when they discharge sewage from the cities into the sea, this leads to a growth of algae, which threatens the growth of corals. Agricultural practices like fertilizers and other chemicals that are used sometimes flow in streams, and they percolate underground and make their way all the way into the sea, which basically causes harm to the corals. Oil spill, this will form like a blanket on the surface of the sea, blocking out sunlight, and this prevents coral from making food. We have coastal development, so with the building of like piers and ports, this destroys coastal reefs and marine ecology. And sometimes land reclamation project basically changes the entire coastline and disrupt the marine life. And then we know that even though tourism is a beautiful thing, it has some negative effect in the sense where many countries depend on tourism for economic development. So the fact that they have to depend on tourism, it basically leads to heavy pollution along the coast, where the sewage is disposed of in an unsafe manner. There's dumping artificial sand, sedimentation from the land being cleared for construction, trampling boats, tourists picking the corals to make souvenirs. So tourism plays a significant role in the destruction of coral reefs. Now, the fact that these coral reefs are being destroyed, let's look at some of the consequences. Once the reefs are gone, we're going to have a lot of coastal erosions because we're not going to have that buffer zone. So with the coastal erosion increasing, it means that more of the land will be reclaimed. You're going to have a decline in the fish stock. You're going to have less fish because they're not getting enough time to reproduce. So with that, you're going to have less fish. The potential of lost source of medicine. If corals are removed, what is going to happen is that we're not going to have enough source of those sponges to basically help in curing or preventing measures of certain viruses and illnesses. So we're going to be at a loss as it relates to the sources of medicine and loss of a natural heritage. So just like the tropical rainforest, coral reefs are like a living museum. Once they are gone, right? There's going to be a loss of heritage. There's not going to be any coral reefs where you have many fishes that are so beautiful that you can go and look at. So instead of destroying the coral reef, let us try to protect the coral reefs.
We are at the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell in order to receive more videos like these. Leave comments below suggesting topics that you would want me to present on. In the comment section below, comment the name of your school and the territory for a shout out in my next video. Until then, bye.